Brian. My name is Michelle, and I had spoke with Holly in the Mesquite, Nevada office about sending this video out to you. It's going to give you 3 things that you can do to bring more customers to your 3 different locations that you do have. And once you had a chance to view the video, just give me a call if you have any questions. We can definitely chat, or you can take this information I give you today and do it yourself. I'm fine with that as well. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'm going to go over today content, citations, and backlinks. So number 1 is going to be content. And most business owners know that, that they need content on their homepage, but you don't know that the average amount of content for the number 1 result on Google is going to be anywhere from 1,500 to 2,500 words. So for you just to show up at the top of Google, you need to at least have 1,500 words with those right keywords. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do today, this video is going to be a little bit different than normal. I went ahead and we're going to compare all 3 of your locations, your Billings, Montana, your Mesquite, Nevada, and then the Portland, Oregon. So I had also pulled up your number 1 competitors with each. So in Billings, we have White Heating and Air, and Mesquite, we have Guillen. And then in Portland, we have Integrity Air. And what we're going to go ahead and do, the first thing I did is I pulled in a word counter so that I could compare all 4 sites together. So right here we have Homey has 360 keywords on their homepage. White HVAC has 393. Guillen has 649, and then Integrity Air, they have 1,750. So Integrity does definitely have the higher amount of words on their homepage. So what we would want to do is make sure that Homey Solutions does get those additional wording on there. I would go with like 2,000 to 2,500, so that you start beating, all these different your number 1 competitors out for that, and you make sure we get the keywords added as well. Now, what I did go ahead and do, we do have tools that we use that we could go into to look at basically what Google gives us behind the scenes look of what they're looking at and how they rank a site. So what I went ahead and did is I pulled in all 4 of the different details here. So let's go ahead and we're going to look at White HVAC first, and you can see right here they have 94 keywords. So we're going to click on that, and it shows they have HVAC Billings, Montana, White Heating and Cooling, Billings, Montana, White Heating and Cooling, Furnace Repair, Billings, and Montana. And that's some of their number 1 and 2 positions that they have. Let's go ahead and set that back so we can use it later. And then if we go ahead and click over to Guillen, they have 24 keywords. And they have Guillen Heating, Cooling, and Refrigeration, Guillen, Mesquite, Nevada, Guillen Heating and Cooling, Guillen Plumbing, Mesquite, Nevada, Plumbers in Mesquite, Nevada, Plumber, Mesquite, Nevada, HVAC in Mesquite, Nevada. And looking at that, a lot of their positions for the number 1 is actually going to be their company name, which is considered a branded keyword. Which is good. It's good to have your company name out there and having it being searched. But most customers, when they're looking for an actual service, they're going to go in and they're going to put like Plumbers in Mesquite, Nevada. They're not going to know the company. So let's go ahead and we'll go to the next one, and that's going to be Integrity, and they have 177 keywords. And they have Integrity Air, Portland, Oregon, HVAC, Integrity Air LLC, HVAC Portland, Air Conditioning Repair Portland, Portland, Oregon, AC Repair. And their number 1 and 2 positions that are being sought, of course, Integrity Air is 1, which of course, again, is that branded keyword. And then number 2 is Portland, Oregon, HVAC. So then the next one we're going to look at is going to be yours. And for you guys have 11 keywords. And your keywords, we have Homey Solutions Inc, HVAC Billings, Air Conditioning Billings, Montana, Air Conditioner Repair Billings, Montana, AC Repair Billings, Montana, furnace repair, and of course it keeps going down. So your number one position that you have right now is showing as your branded keyword, which is your company name, which is fine, great. But you do have a lot of these other ones down here that do have the customers that are coming in and searching. Now, just to let you know, like on this one is position 1, so you have 31 visits that's looking at that. But there's a volume that's actually pulled it up as 70. And some of these others, position 15, which it's coming down probably about the second page of HVAC Billings at 720 clicks have looked for. And you've had an estimated 2 people that out of that 720 that clicked on your site. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put that back. So one thing that we want to do is make sure that on your home page, make sure you get that 2,000 to 2,500 words so that you start beating out your competitors. It's 100% beatable to get that done. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I pulled in just a Google search for each of these different locations that you have your sites, the Billings, the Mesquite, and the Portland, just so that we could look at everything on there on the next 2 things that we see. So the first one that we're going to go ahead and click on here is going to be HVAC Billings, Montana search that I put in. So first thing that you see here is going to be sponsored ads. And this is going to be for each of the locations. So even if we look at HVAC Mesquite, you have sponsored ones coming up. And Portland, you have sponsored as well. And what this is these are Google ads. And, they can work, but they can also be definitely a money pit. You can lose money on them if your website isn't dialed in. So just be careful not to burn a lot of money with Google ads till you know your site will convert. Now, the number 2 thing that we're going to look at today is going to be citations. And you might be thinking, well, what's a citation and why do they matter? And that's a great question. So if we go ahead and scroll down here on this section in Billings, Montana, you can see there's businesses coming up for Central Heating and Air, White Heating and Air, and Comfort Heating and Air. This is our Google Maps. And this is where we have our business name, address, and phone number listed across different directories. And these top 3 right here are considered our map path. So if we go ahead and switch over to Mesquite and scroll down, you can see Guillen, the Lindy Corp, and 3 Bears Conditioning. They're the map path here. And if we go over to Portland and go past the sponsored, now this when you get the businesses, this Bull Mountain is a sponsored one as first. And then you get the AAA, Jacobs, and Sunset Heating. And, they also call this SNAP, name, address, and phone number. And this is where Google verifies and gives relevance to local businesses. And for you to show up in the map pack, you want to make sure that you go out and get your name, address, and phone number across different directories. And so that you can start getting your business pushed up in the map pack. And different ones are going to be like Yahoo Local, Yelp, Switchboard, Yippee, Yellow USA. And, there are companies out there that you can go and get like Bright Local, White Spark, where you can get the directories that your competition is listed on in each of these locations. And you just go down that same list and you match what directories they have on theirs. And the ones that you don't have, you would go out and get your name, address, and phone number put on those different directories so that you start gaining more trust than them from Google. And then Google's going to start pushing you up above them in this map pack. And here's the thing, you just don't want to match them. So say Central Heating Air here in Billings has 1,000 citations. You want to go out and get like 100 to 200 more so that it takes them a lot longer to catch up, and then you're dominating this section here. Now for Google Maps, probably 20 to 30% of customers will visit these top 3 customers in these areas, and they'll pick one of these. Now, our number 3 thing that we're going to go over today is link juice or backlinks, and it's the 3rd pillar that really helps dominate on Google. And if we go ahead and scroll down here in Billings, Montana, you can see White Heating and Air is listed, and this is where you want to be. And for you to get there, you need authority. And how do you get authority? Well, it comes down to the backlinks. And a backlink is when one website links to another website online. And here's the thing, not all backlinks are created equal. So say you get a backlink from a HVAC blog or an industry site linking to you, that's great, perfect, that's what you want. But if you get a Starbucks or a McDonald's linking to you, that's not great because that's not the type of services that you offer. So you want to make sure you get strong, relevant sources for your backlinks so that, linking back to you. And it's the same thing here. We have companies out there that you can go to that you can pull the sites that are linking to them, get those good links and get those links for your business as well. Now, really quickly, so White Heating you have here. If we scroll down here in Mesquite, you have the Guillen. And then if you scroll down here, well, Integrity Air was first this morning, but it looks like Wolfers Home Services might have jumped up. But that, those are the in all those locations, you want to be number one. And really quickly, let's look at all these different sites. So you can see right here, Whiteback has 2,619 backlinks. Guillen has 102. Integrity has 250. And then Homey, you guys have 24. And that's why in these different locations that you are down further on these pages, and 50 to 60% of customers, when they go to search for like HVAC Billings, Montana, they're going to go in this number one position. So they're going to click on White Heating and go no further. Same with Mesquite. They're going to go right here and click on Guillen. They're not going to go further down this list. And then the same here. Well, like I said now, Integrity was first here this morning when I did it. And now Wolfers is up here. So if somebody went in here for Portland, Oregon for HVAC, they would probably go right here. So really quickly then, let's go back over these three things. So number one, content. On your homepage, let's make sure you have 2,000 to 2,500 words so you beat your competition out by a landslide. And that can include behind your pictures, putting in any type of keywords. Like here you just have a bunch of letters and numbers. Put in the keywords that you have for the services that you offer in those service areas. Number two is going to be those citations, the Google Maps. Make sure you beat your competition out by a landslide by having 100 to maybe 200 more citations than they do, so it keeps you up here higher. And then number three is going to be those backlinks. You need more relevant sites pointing to your business to show Google you are the authority. And if you implement these three things, you can become number one across Google. Now you might be saying, well, what do I do now? And well, you can either go with the information I provided you and do it on your own, and I'm totally cool with that. But if you want to save yourself some time and get the most effective route, just give me a call. My name is Michelle. That number is 405-410-3024. Once again, my name is Michelle. Stephen is my husband. We own Thrive Tunnel Digital Marketing Pros. We're located in Moore, Oklahoma. And once again, that number is 405-410-3024. Brian, I hope you enjoyed the information I've given to you and hope it gives you some insight. If you do have any questions, like I said, just reach out. I hope you have a wonderful day and a great weekend, and I look forward from hearing from you soon. Thank you, and you have a great day. Bye.